So let's dive in first to this really troubling case out of Vinton County. We heard about this around 4 p.m. yesterday. There was a news conference with the Vinton County prosecutor, Ohio Attorney General Andy Wilson, and other law enforcement about these children that they rescued from this home there. It was in the village of, how do you say the village name again? Hamden.
Right.
Really,
so
not a lot of people that live there. It's very quiet.
200 people. This is just south of MacArthur, which is the county seat of Vinton County. And Vinton County, southeast Ohio, you would consider it. Vinton County is Appalachia. It does fall into the Appalachia region.
Yeah,
but
it's like let's show the photos of the place. I mean, the conditions described by authorities was unlivable. There were times that AG Wilson said that there were moments where law enforcement officers were not even safe to go inside of it. That's how bad the living conditions were for these children.
Wilson wouldn't even describe the conditions inside the home.
But you can see, like, the windows are open. It looks a little dirty. I mean, like, trash is kind of scattered about. It doesn't look like a home for 16 kids.
Right. And we do know that, so 4 people were arrested in this case, 4 adults.
We just got their mugshots in.
So we're looking at Gary Siders Jr., Gary Siders Sr., Elizabeth Siders, and Christina Siders. All 4 are charged with 17 counts of endangering children.
And there's probably going to be more charges on the way.
Probably more charges will come. We do know that they are going to be expected to be arraigned in Vinton County Court this morning at 10:30. Yeah. We have Krista McFarland down there. Marcia Augustin are down there. So the latest on that will be coming out at noon today.
Yeah. And we know the age range of these children. It's 1.5 years old to 18 years old.
Yeah.
That is a huge age range.
Right.
And a lot of them, again, like, they were severely injured. They had really bad issues and they had to get rushed to the hospital.
Yeah, 2 were life-flighted.
2 were life-flighted to level 1 trauma hospitals because of their conditions. Right. So it's just heartbreaking.
And And one of the most probably shocking things about this too is, like, this is a village of 200-ish people down there in Vinton County, and no one knew this was going on. We didn't know that, neighbors didn't know anything. If they did, they didn't say anything. Social services had no idea. The school system had no idea that these kids existed.
No. Neighbors literally said, we've never seen kids outside. Never seen kids outside.
There's no call for it because nobody even knew the kids was there. You got neighbors that didn't know the kids was there. You got the school system that didn't know the kids was there. You got the village workers that didn't know his kids was there. I mean, how do you hide 16 kids and nobody knows they exist?
We all care about our neighbors, and I mean, that's just why I can't see why this is. I mean, I feel like these kids have slipped through the cracks somehow. I care about our neighborhood on our end of town, and he does, and our neighbors do, but I don't understand why over here you would not know or hear with 16 kids in a home.
And the interesting thing about this, too, is that we don't know exactly what the search warrant was for or how investigators got tipped off to this.
And we know that, there's still so many questions about this, because one snippet that was kind of said by Vinton County prosecutor William Archer is that these 4 weren't from Vinton County. So we don't know
how they
got there.
Was this a
permanent,
were they renting?
Right, how long were they there?
Who are these children?
It's really odd. I know we were looking into, it does appear to be a rental home. Because
the owner's in
Vegas?
Vegas.
Yeah, it's somewhere out west. So, there's a lot of questions there. We did bring a news conference to you yesterday afternoon out of Vinton County. We're going to go ahead and kind of play that in full. So you're going to hear in this, you're going to hear from, Ohio's new AG, Andy Wilson, along with the Vinton County prosecutor and Vinton County Sheriff Ryan Kane, also the Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation, because obviously in a case like this, they have to be involved.
I want to stress that our focus right now is on the safety of the children. These kids are being evaluated medically, and we're trying to get them placed, and that is our primary concern right at this point. I also want to stress this is not conduct that is acceptable in Vinton County. These individuals were not from Vinton County. This is not appropriate and certainly is not reflective of the Vinton County values. I'd like to personally thank the Attorney General and the Governor's Office for their assistance in this matter, and I will turn it now over to our Attorney General, Andy Wilson.
Thank you. I'm Attorney General Andy Wilson.
As you heard, the Ohio Attorney General's office, through the Bureau of Criminal Investigation, has been involved in this case with the Vinton County Sheriff's Office and the Vinton County Prosecutor's Office since the beginning. That investigation culminated in a search warrant that was conducted this morning at 182 Omer Street. The Ohio BCI contributed not only agents from our major crimes unit, our special victims unit, but we have analysts assigned to this case, and we will have computer forensic specialists assigned to the case, as well as our lab personnel are going to do some work in this case. We have also offered the assistance of the Special Prosecutions Section to support the Vinton County Prosecutor's Office if needed. Our role in this case is one of support. We come down here, we work with the local criminal justice system, the Prosecutor's Office, the Sheriff's Office. We go shoulder to shoulder with them and fight crime and keep people safe in this community. As you heard, agents from Ohio BCI participated in the search warrant this morning with deputies from the Vinton County Sheriff's Office. And when they went into that residence, 16 children were removed from that residence. And I've been doing these types of cases for a long time. I spent a big portion of my career dedicated to prosecuting these types of cases. And I can tell you this is pure evil. What we saw down here today is pure evil. And I have to commend the deputies from the Vinton County Sheriff's Office and our agents from Ohio BCI and I, who went into really kind of one of the worst environments that I've seen in my career, and were there for those children in their time of need. Those children are currently being treated at hospitals throughout the state. And this is, as you heard, an ongoing investigation. I have been in contact with the governor a couple times today, who has offered to help down here. And certainly the Department of Children and Youth will be involved in this case and helping out the local children's services workers as we look at safely placing these children. Look, rural Ohio is not overlooked. We are down here, again, shoulder to shoulder with the men and women in the trenches who are keeping your families, your friends, and your communities safe. And the agents and the deputies who did this work, who did this investigation today, are on the front lines of protecting our most vulnerable victims, and that's children.
So again, that was Ohio Attorney General Andy Wilson. And Ohio Governor Mike DeWine, he did issue a statement yesterday. I'm going to read it. It says, in part, quote, "It is heartbreaking to learn the conditions that these children were living in and to learn of their medical conditions. Attorney General Wilson is an experienced prosecutor, and he has told me he has never seen anything like what he saw today." And he's referring to Tuesday. "Brandon, I pray for these children, and we thank the children's services workers, law enforcement officers, and medical personnel who are helping them." So, again, just a tragic situation. I want to pull up the mugshots of the Snyder's family, who have all been charged with a child endangerment so far, 17 counts of it, which is a second-degree felony. So, again, from the left of your screen, Gary Snyder's Sr., Gary Snyder's Jr., Elizabeth Snyder's, and Christina Siders. Sorry, excuse me. Siders.
Yeah. So
Okay.
we've got those four. Once again, at least we've learned that the four are not originally from Vinton County somehow.
Yeah.
There's
According to the
still
Vinton
some
County
background.
prosecutor, I'm curious to see how they ended up here.
Right.
And again, the big question mark is, where did these 16 children come from?
Right. We don't know any of the relations between any of these four, any of these kids right now. There's a lot of assumptions being made out there, but until really we probably get to this arraignment this morning that's happening now in about an hour and 20 minutes, we won't know
We won't
until
know.
then.
Yeah.
So
we'll keep following this story,
Okay.
of course.